Welcome to the Your Illini Nation pregame show, basketball edition. I'm Bret Beherns alongside Derek Piper from IlliniInquirer.com. Welcome back from Arizona. I know you've been back for a little while, man. But we haven't done one of these since Arizona. You and Craig did a great job out there. Enjoyed the sunny side of Arizona, right?
I left the shades out in Arizona.
Okay.
Don't need them back here in Champaign.
All right. Well, we are in the Manny Jackson Illinois Basketball Hall of Fame room. It's pretty cool. If you haven't been here to State Farm Center before, I'd encourage you to come out and check this out here. A lot of history in this place here, and it's a lot of interactive stuff as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Great video board. You can look up any Illini great, find out their stats, and see some highlights. Pretty cool spot. Some trophies as well.
Yeah, there is some big-time trophies in here. That's what Illinois is trying to do this year. Move up the program ranks and try and get a winning season. Let's start with that. Compete in the Big Ten, but a big opportunity tonight as Illinois plays 3 games in a 9-10-day stretch here. Well, we're really going to find out what this team is made of. I'm calling it a prove-it week for Illinois basketball.
Yeah, it really is. It starts tonight against an ACC opponent, the best challenge they've had since Arizona. Of course, after that, you don't want to look ahead too far, but we'll be there in Maryland, College Park. That's the number 3 team in the nation on Saturday. And then Michigan, maybe the hottest team in the country, number 4 right now in the country, comes to town next week. But it starts against Miami, and a chance for Illinois to prove some things and kind of make a statement this week, maybe.
What's your biggest impression about what you've seen from Miami so far? They've played some big-time competition. Illinois really hasn't. I think that maybe bodes well with them tonight coming into an environment like this.
Yeah, they've lost big in their last 2 games, lost by 25 to UConn, 20 to Florida, but they have good guard play. And when they're rolling, they can make shots. DJ Vasiljevic is an Australian senior, 6'4", can really shoot the 3, 44% for beyond the arc. And a 5'7" point guard in Chris Likes, who really attacks off the dribble. Illinois is going to have to make sure they stay in front of him, and because he kind of makes things go for Miami. It's been a team that has some ugly stretches. Miami's gotten blown out and lets some things get away from them, but when they're going offensively, they can be a challenge.
Illinois comes in 6-1, that 1 loss to Arizona. Miami comes in 4 wins, 3 losses, right? But like you said, they have played some good teams, including Louisville in there as well, and they competed with them for a little while. But Illinois trying to get off to a good start on this stretch, and the team talked yesterday during their pregame to Miami about just how important this stretch is. Look, they know that this 3-game stretch is important as they try and get back to the tournament overall and just really in 2019 on a good run.
We're going to play great schedules, so try not to make too much out of it. We have 2 early games, obviously, coming up in the Big Ten play, but right now all of our focus has been pretty singular in terms of just getting ready for Miami.
We've been talking about as a team, how important these 3 games is for us. It's good, just winning these 3 games right here could, make some noise for Illinois basketball. So this is obviously a big opportunity for this team, and we got to take this serious. And, show the nation what we're about.
We heard Trent Frazier say there just how much he is looking forward to this opportunity and this chance to play some high major teams because, look, Illinois built its schedule this way for a reason. Last year was really tough. They played in Maui. They played 3 high major opponents there. They played in the Gavitt games, all losses. This year they built it up this way for a reason. Now it's a chance for them to show just how far they've come. What do you expect here tonight and really this next 3-game stretch? What's a realistic expectation for Illinois?
You're hoping to win tonight for sure, and then maybe get one of those 2 against Maryland or Michigan. Probably lean towards the Michigan game being at home, but you don't want to start 0-2 in Big Ten play, knowing that when Big Ten play resumes in January, you're at Michigan State, then Purdue comes to town, and then at Wisconsin. If you're 1-4 or 0-5 in the Big Ten and don't really have a quality win in the non-conference, I don't think Miami's going to be that. I don't think Missouri's going to be that. You're kind of in a hole as far as a team that has tournament aspirations, and it's a chance tonight to kind of prove those or live up to those.
I know a lot of fans say, well, look, should we not look at these high major games as a good thing? Look, Brad has said all along he wants these high major games, and I think it's good. If you're going to be in the tournament, you have to beat a team like Miami to start with at home, but you need opportunities to play big-time teams like they have in the next 3 games, right?
Yeah, you're going to get that in the Big Ten. And we wondered throughout the offseason, is the Big Ten going to be down? There's 2 teams in the top 5, and it's funny that one of those isn't Michigan State. So maybe the league's better than we expected. But, yeah, Brad went out and wanted the opportunity against Arizona. I know that they lost by 21, but now a tournament team wins this game tonight against Miami. This is a very winnable game on your home floor. This is a chance for Illinois to kind of start something, maybe get some momentum going.
One thing that I've been really impressed with, Derek, what Illinois has done is sharing the ball, number one, and getting a lot of guys going, a lot of guys contributing. They're the only team in the Power 6 conferences with 3 players averaging 15-plus points per game. That says a lot to me about how far this team has come, and one of those guys not being Trent Frazier as well also speaks to about what he's doing in his role. You know, that's just progress for me, right?
He's matured a lot as a playmaker, doesn't hunt his shot as much. Of course, he's a big-time scorer, can take over a game when he's making threes, so you still want that to be in his bag, as you say. But we expected this to be a balanced team offensively, and to have Io and Kofi and Georgie and Trent, Andres, a lot of options offensively. I know that the opponents haven't been great of late, and they put up over 100-plus points. But I expected this team to be good offensively. Defensively, still have to prove things. But I like the way they're sharing the basketball. I think this team is more comfortable in their roles after a couple of games at home.
And that's what we're going to find out here in this next 3-game stretch, starting tonight against Miami in the Big Ten ACC Challenge. How much do these guys know their roles? How much can they stick with it? And turnovers, too. They cannot turn the ball over. And we've seen flashes of that. We've also seen flashes of pretty poor turnover ratio for Illinois. That assist-to-turnover ratio has gotten better, but still overall it's not great. I think if Illinois plays tonight fairly well, they don't turn the ball over, make some shots, I think they're going to have a great chance. But that cohesiveness and togetherness and buying into those roles is something that Georgie Bishonishvili and Brad Underwood talked about yesterday, and just how far they've come and made progress this season. Kofi Coburn and Andres Feliz all averaging 15-plus points per game this year. It has come against lower competition. That's undoubtedly going to go down. But when those 3 guys do not include Georgie Bishonishvili or Trent Frazier, I think that's positive for what Illinois has been able to do. Those guys can obviously light it up. We've seen that last year. A couple of strengths that you're going to look for tonight and a couple of weaknesses that you're going to say, hey, if Illinois is going to win, they're going to need to do this.
For the strengths, it's taking advantage of runs, where Miami has gone on long stretches not being able to score. Against Florida, they had a 7-minute stretch in the second half where they didn't score a point. For Illinois to really get out to a lead, I think they have an opportunity to take advantage of those on their home floor. And then Miami started fast, and both teams are coming off a stretch where about a week they haven't played. If Illinois starts slow, they could dig themselves a little bit of a hole. And Miami attacks offensively off the dribble, and you can't leave shooters from 3. Vasilovic can really get hot. Chris likes when he's feeling it, and he can be dangerous. So I think Trent Frazier, Andres Feliz, Adesumu, they got a tough task tonight, and if they get stops on the perimeter, I think Illinois will be just fine.
The thing I'm looking forward to is Chris Likes is 5'7",
yeah.
right? Kofi Coburn is 7 foot tall. I want to see those 2 guys. Can we get a mismatch for one of those going against each other? I think that'd be really fun to see on the floor tonight. We're counting down until tip-off at the top of the hour, just a few minutes away here. Thanks for tuning into the Your Illini Nation pregame show before Illinois hosts Miami in the ACC Big Ten Challenge. All right, here's the matchup. Illinois comes in at 6-1, Miami at 4-3, and I think it's about an 8.5-point line.
Yep.
How you feeling about this one tonight? Do they cover? Does Illinois win? What are you predicting?
Yeah, it's a tough one. I wouldn't feel too solid on the line or the other. My prediction is Illinois 78, Miami 69. I think Illinois gets it done. Both teams may have a stretch where they're feeling each other out early on because they both have been off for about a week. But Illinois definitely has an advantage inside. Great rebounding team. Miami has not rebounded the ball well right now, and if they defend on the perimeter, I think this team gets it done on their home floor.
And what a turnaround it's been rebounding.
Yeah.
I mean, it's impressive what they've been able to do rebounding the ball. That was a weakness for this team under Brad Underwood the first couple of years. Credit to them.
Yeah, they're number 1 in the country right now, offensive rebounding. I know they're going to play some teams that don't have 6'5" big guys, sure. But of course, Kofi, you expect him to be able to reel them in. Alan Griffin's been great on the glass, so they're making that a staple of this team. Defensively, they're not fouling, so those are good qualities to have early on.
45% of their misses, I think they get offensive rebounds for. I mean, that's incredible when you think about that.
Just don't turn it over.
Well,
put it on the rim.
If you don't turn that over, and that's been a weakness of the team. If they can clean that up, you'd have to be really optimistic about what this team can do. All right, I think Illinois gets it done tonight as well. I'm not buying that cover at 8.5. I think it's going to be pretty close. Your number had it over. I'm going to say it's below that, but I think Illinois takes heads to Maryland on Saturday, where we will be as well in College Park. We'll have another Your Nation pregame show. It's a 4 o'clock tip there, so we'll be on air about 3 o'clock live from Maryland, and that's when it gets real, as they say.
Absolutely.
We'll find out here about how good this Illinois team is, and we're also going to learn a lot tonight about how good they are, how far they've come, what they have to correct still. All right, for Derek Piper, I'm Bret Beherns. Thanks so much for watching the Your Nation pregame show, as we get you set for tip-off here in a couple of minutes on ESPN2. We'll have all your highlights coming up tonight at 10, post-game reaction as well. Watch for Brad Underwood's press conference. We'll stream that live on our digital channels here as well. And then at 10, I'll have my report highlights, and make sure to read Derek's content and Jeremy Werner's content on IlliniInquirer.com as well. You guys will have all your wrap-up coverage there. All right, until tonight and until Saturday in College Park, I say good night.